Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so, Moon Tower, Minmus Tower, yeah, I decided, I was going to add a radio station to Radio Station Minmus. Definitely something that has been kind of lacking. I kind of want to set up some kind of like a communications kind of network a little bit. I don't want to get too in depth. There's a few people out there that really have gotten into the whole communications thing and setting up like a vast array of satellites and all that other good stuff. And I'm just not really that big into it, but I want to keep some realism, somewhat, and definitely have something kind of cool to launch and, definitely attached to the base. It's just, I'm having a little bit of problems with this thing. Landing it isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. It's definitely just causing a lot of problems. I've tried this thing about 3 times or so. Well, 2 times. So hopefully 3rd time is a charm. And that's, definitely a big thing. Yeah. So, time to speed up. Yeah, what am I doing? Getting so caught up in the moment. Yeah. So anyways, regular scheduled programming will try to return to normal. I just have been, it's not really that I've been busy, it's just that I have been unable to record episodes, mostly because of, either something's going on in the neighborhood or, whatever, and oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, this way, please. Yeah, please, this way. Oh my god. And, yeah, no, I've just been a little busy, and I have been busy, but I haven't, if that makes any sense. It's just, oh god. It's just a bunch of random things that just keep happening, or something along those lines. Alright, yeah, this is gonna work out still. I was like looking at it, I'm like, oh god, this is just not going well for a launch. And it really didn't, I still say. But, stop spitting! You crazy thing. This is the most disorienting thing that can ever happen to you in the game. I swear to god. It's just, like, constant spinning. Stop it. Yep, there we go. That's good. But, yeah, no, regular scheduled programming, it's just, I used to do a video every day. I try to do a video every day, but sometimes, just the way things are, at least in the summertime, in the wintertime, it really wasn't much of a big deal. I didn't have to deal with much, and putting out a video wouldn't be a bad thing, and it really wasn't a pain. The fact that in the summertime that a lot of people in my neighborhood are very busy and they're outside, or it's like one of my neighbors was cutting their grass the other day, and it's like I can't even record anything because of the fact that you can hear the lawnmower in the background. And when I say you can hear it, it's like the lawnmower is inside my apartment. And it's just a little bit of a problem, but I will try to do as much as I can, but at the same time, if I have any problems, there might not be a video for a day or 2 days or even 3 days, which I don't really like at all. What was it? It was like a couple days. It was like last week, I believe. I went 3 days without making a video. I actually felt like crap afterwards. I'm just like, yeah, this is not cool. I ended up recording stuff sometimes, and what I'll do now to ensure that I have at least something, is I'll end up recording like, 4 episodes at once, or 5 episodes at once, which sucks, but it definitely helps things along in a way. So this is not Minmus. Yeah, there's Minmus. I don't know why, but I just see the rings and I'm like, okay, yeah, there's Minmus right there. But let's get this thing going to Minmus. Let's see if we can just get away with, and we can. That's amazing. We won't have the best orbit, but this will let us get away with not having to fix our inclination. Let's see, what is that? Alright, that's really far away. If I bring this down... Yeah, this is looking really good. I think this will work. Yeah, a little bit parched right now. I just woke up and... Wow. Let's see. What is this? Minmus encounter. Yeah, whatever. Let's go with this. This seems like this seems pretty logical. Wow, the return trip would take us all the way back to Kerbin too. So, yeah, some stuff I have planned. You know, I've been thinking about a lot of things lately, and one of the things we really need is a land base on Duna. Yeah, no, we don't have a land base on Duna. No, we need a land base on Eve, and that is one of the things I will be doing pretty soon. Now, I would like if you guys would let me know, because I don't really know. If you guys liked the Duna episode where, you know, I did the whole construction and everything basically all in one episode and then launched it, you know, let me know if you liked that. If you want me to, I will do it again, but if you want me to just cut out all of that fat and just give you what you want to see, then I could do that. It's really up to you. But to me, I mean, I had fun doing that episode, and I had fun editing it a little bit. I mean, it really wasn't... That episode actually took me longer than, you know, about 15-20 minutes to edit, so I thought it was kind of fun. But, you know, that's up to you. If you don't want to see it, then I won't do any videos of that stuff, and I'll just leave it up to your imagination on how it got built. But to me, I just thought, you know, because there might be someone that's skeptical out there that thinks that, like, you know, somehow I'm building these things without actually, you know, doing anything at all or something like that. I just figured I should show stuff like that. Let's see. I did do my burn a little bit ahead of the clock, so it's not very accurate. So, whatever. We take what we can get. And we should have a... Yeah, that works. Whatever. You know, I'm pretty laid back when it comes to getting to Minmus and the moon. You know, it's not really... You know, to me, it's not really that big of a deal as far as getting there. But yeah, so... Definitely a Eve land base, and we need to get a space station to Duna, and the space station to Duna is underway. You know, honestly, I would say we're doing pretty good because the Jewel SS carrier, which, you know, I've been kind of featuring in a few episodes here and there in my last couple episodes. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that thing, it's completely refueled, almost. Just a little bit left, and it'll be refueled. So, and plus the thing, should work out pretty well. My first launch with that thing wasn't, at least myself, didn't consider it to be very successful, only because the amount of fuel used to get there was a little excessive. And I think that mostly had to do with the fact that we were basically in orbit around Kerbin. But that's just me. And, you know, now we are in a nice little sweet orbit way out there. And, you know, I don't even know where we're at right now with the orbit. I think Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, that's a pretty decent orbit. We'll slingshot off a Minmus and get ourselves the heck out of Kerbin system pretty quickly. Let's just get this thing into orbit and get it on the ground already. Enough with the talking. Yeah, so anyways, my main problem with launching this thing and landing it is the landing part. Definitely not conventional by any means. Really a big pain. Uh, the most of the problem does not lie with the lander itself, but the fact that the frame rate basically like dies the minute I get anywhere near Minmus Base Beta now. And I'm thinking it's getting down to the point where I'm going to start removing things from around the base, the hab tools. I might even get rid of the scaffold, or at least move it to a different site for now. Only because if I can lower the part count, things will get a little bit better. And by a little bit, I mean like maybe an extra 3 or 4 frames a second. But everything else that I have planned for a landing is not really going to need the use of the scaffold, the crane. So, you know, and the crane design, it works, and it's a little, you know, it works. We'll just leave it at that. It works, but it's, you know, it's not the best way to do things. So, it was a good idea, put it that way. It was a cool idea, but because, because of the fact that this game does not permit you to really have it just intense amount of... Dauge, I am not letting you in to play Kerbal Space Program. Okay, you don't have thumbs, Dauge. You can't push the keys. You can't. Okay, so anyways, no, the thing doesn't just really... If this game would allow us to have 5,000 parts, and I'm gonna just quick save it right here real quick, because, you know, I don't really trust this landing. If this game did permit, like, a few thousand parts to be active, and, you know, there was a way, you know, that the engine could handle it and your computer could handle it, then I would be just in 7th heaven. But, you know, it would allow you to really produce, like, really great things without doing, you know, with... Dowgate, you can't be this angry. People just don't appreciate these kind of things. But no, it would probably work out for the best. I know that they are going to optimize this game and all that other good stuff. So, you know, in the future, we might have... Oh, God, stop. In the future, we might have more parts being able to be put on a ship or something. Oh, God. We need to go the other way. We need to go down a little bit, just a tidbit. Let's see. Bring it... I don't see why we are not maneuvering the correct way. Whatever. Just bring this up a little bit more, and then I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of correction. But that's not a big problem. Alright, slow down. Alright. But I can't wait until this game is a bit more optimized, where you can just, you know, do all kinds of crazy stuff. And, you know, it's going to... It really definitely is going to change the way the game works. And the way the game is played. You know, that's the main thing I've been waiting for, is the optimization. I know that they're not going to be doing it for a long time, and it's kind of upsetting, but at the same time, I know that their dev team isn't really that big, so, you know, whatever. But, you know, landing at Minmus Base Beta for now isn't really going to be the most optimal thing, but we can definitely get close, so that's good enough for me. Turn off RCS. We're just bleeding away the RCS. I don't need all the RCS that I have, but I did come a little bit over-prepared, but at the same time, I don't want to use too much of it. So, we'll see what we can get, like always. And we are, like, unbelievably close right now. And we need to swing around. Oh, God. I'm just doing this to get momentum. Don't think that I'm actually trying to burn towards the surface. Yeah, losing the speed shouldn't be so much of a problem, but I just really hope that we can land it. That's the main thing. Wow. We are going to overshoot the base just by a little bit, I think. Shouldn't be so bad, but I just want to get this on the ground, to be honest, and then do the maneuvering later. I'm not going to record attaching this thing, only because the last couple times I tried even landing, it was just an insane amount of problems. So, we need to get it a little bit over, overhead here of the base. I really don't know how much, but you guys will be able to tell once this thing gets loaded into, once it gets loaded into the game, because we're just like a hair short of it being loaded. It really just takes a poo. It's just not even. There we go. Frame rate at 5 seconds, or 5 frames a second. My God, it's like the whole control of the game changes too. It's just so bad. And I wish I could see the base. I can't. Trying to push us more towards the base a little bit. I think we should be okay, but I'm just definitely not very prepared. And I'm trying to save the fuel in these engines as well. So this thing is not the best landing that I'm probably ever going to have. But I'm just going to try to get it on the surface for now. It really has just been too many problems, and I don't have enough time in the day to land it exactly dead on, perfect, spot on where I need it, especially with the frame rate. So whatever you can see is the best we can get, and I don't plan on bringing it any closer until we're on the ground. So I don't, like I said though, I mean, I don't want to be really far away, but it's just, there's only so much you can do. Especially, you're falling and you're trying to readjust for being on the surface and stuff like that. Or trying to get close, I should say. If I land behind it, that will be the better option, but if it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to lose sleep over it. And once again, I'll push down, and then all of a sudden it starts shifting one way and then shifting the other. This load is not very stable for some reason. It's not. I think it has more to do with the frame rate than it does with the actual gameplay, or the parts and the way they're situated and everything else. So I'm just going to get this thing pointed like straight up after this little burn here, and just to correct our fall, because we will be landing behind the base, which is really good, and it's better than I've had the last 2 launches that I had. So just shifting this thing around it could be because it's not very agile. It's just like a big freaking rock, and we need to decouple our stages soon as well. That hopefully won't be too much of a problem. I think I might get rid of the stage right now. Was there an explosion that destroyed any part of the craft? And why is this thing still attached? Oh, because I never shut the engine off. fail sauce. Try to just get rid of this thing as best as I can. I don't know the best way to do it, but I can try to... This thing is going to probably be running forever. Oh, this is fail sauce. But, yeah, so, landing is not going to be an issue because we don't need to land, apparently. Yeah, there we go. Got rid of it. Yeah, so I'm going to try to land again. Wow. That was definitely a fail on my part. I'm going to try to get back. Hopefully... Oh, God. Hopefully there's no problems. You know, once again, sorry for that, guys. I'm going to try to push myself towards the base again. Hopefully we can get there. This really just did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I'm actually kind of upset. I could almost cry, but I wouldn't do that for you guys. So just get rid of the speed here. I mean, it seems like we're gonna have like a decent amount of fuel, but once again, this is just not turning out the way I expected it. So, you know, we do have a lot of control now. So, I love the way these engines sound too. They remind me of Star Fox. So, okay, we're gonna lose time warp here in a second, and then we're gonna start loading everything in, which isn't going to be good. And we need to get over this way. That landing before, I screwed it up. My God, we were so close. It would have been perfect, but now I got a bleed away fuel on these engines, which isn't going to work out so well for me. Dear Lord, everything's loading in again. Yeah, we're coming in like a freight train. And we need to go this way, and that way. It seems like, you know, we'll be alright again, I think. Fuel's looking okay. Not happy about that, but I wish these engines were just a bit more efficient than what they are. I really got to turn off this node too. It's actually kind of annoying now. So we're on our final approach, I think. I don't really want to do anything else to this thing other than what I've done. It seems like we're gonna land kind of in the same general area. Wow, I can't believe I actually decoupled something and didn't turn off the engine, and I still had fuel in it. Normally I don't do those kinds of things, but whatever. Noob mistakes. Things you just don't think about. But hopefully we get close, but like I said, I am not going to be recording the landing or any of that. I mean, not the landing, but the attachment of the piece, mostly because it is just going to be a pain. Alright, stop. And I don't really know how long it's going to take me to attach it, so if anything, once I get really, really close, maybe I'll start recording, but alright, stop falling, or stop, yeah, going off to the side here. You know, it looks like we're going to be relatively close, but it's not going to be really good landing. At least I consider to be a really good landing. So I don't even know how far off. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to how far off the surface we are, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. But what I end up doing is I land these things, and then I kind of hover them over into place. So that works out a little bit better, and obviously I cannot pick this thing up with a crane. No way that the crane would even be able to handle this. So just get this thing down. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just turn on SAS. I want it to be a nice smooth landing. And touchdown. I'm just gonna leave a SAS and everything on just to keep it stable. There we go. And this thing will be connected up to one of the... There's two legs off of it right now. You guys can see there's one right here and one right here, and I believe I'm going to put it right here, and our solar array is going to come off to the side here. So everything should work out the way everything, yeah, it should all work, hopefully. But yeah, anyways guys, I am going to probably let you guys go. Yeah, thank you for watching, and my next episode, or I'll throw it in at some point where I connect these up, at least try to, and yeah, I will see you next time.